ain't always for real. Country, trying to give me a meal. You want you some balance, you got you a deal. Mr. Bushwick, Bill, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not from Dallas, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We them boys. We making loud noise, staying fresh today. I be looking like a house. Got a defensive line that'll make them sit down. Feel like a D-lineman, but still making touchdowns. Beat them in their hometown, I ain't here now one time. I've been a big bully since I was on the playground. Now I'm all grown up and I still don't play around.
Point them out, 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 point them out. Watch them penny. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
Real.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving. Tryna be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like worth for 10K or cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights. Hop straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
But hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead, they were like, ooh yeah.
Southside on the track. Mellow made it right.
New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any sun moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man. If you gon' tweet it, ain't no need to tell me how you feel. My whole city catching bees, I'm from the rock for real. Broski turned into a demon when he off them. Ride till I die, hope that Jesus come and dry the wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I'll post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the babe. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any sun moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man. I need some more bands. I'm a never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Right away, they'll change the look. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Pickett back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. One covers 29 yards, first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
10 yards on the
well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Pickett to throw on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. So nothing doing there, and it's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. And off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
White. 11. Hey, alert. 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Adams the man in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
21.
At the Steelers' 22-yard line.
21. Stay hot.
Garoppolo now.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here we go.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
A 36-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
They run again with Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
3rd and 2, Pickett.
And the Raiders have got him. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
21.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. To throw is Garoppolo.
He lets it go deep for Mayer.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick down the left sideline.
And they will finally get it, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Here's Pickett.
And this is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here we go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
2, 2, 2. 12, 12. Go ahead, go ahead. Stand high.
Now Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Devontae Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
Johnson moves the chain, something he did plenty in 2022, leading the Steelers in yards and catches, but also had the unfortunate distinction of having the most catches yards in the NFL without a touchdown last season. That should be rectified early and often this year.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Wait. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Garoppolo going to change the look here.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Steelers' 20-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jesper Horsted from 4 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Carlson up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to fight through one tackle. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Able to slither by. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year. Just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 17, Steelers 14.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
One, Omaha.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrap. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
82 yards.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st down, Abdullah. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up the 3-yard gain.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Harris running straight ahead, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd down and 6. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to have a winner 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Go ahead.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm surprised they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle is a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that
stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't going like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream.